Hey everybody, welcome back to You Seem Normal. Today I have an exciting video, which I say every time, but this time it is also exciting, so thank you for asking. It is a book update slash reveal, as well as a community survey that I'm asking you all to take if it so interests you, which I do hope it does. So first things first, we're going to talk a bit about the book, and I'm going to talk a bit about my vision, and then we're going to talk a bit about the survey so you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. So let's get started. So this You Seem Normal book, I started hitting a little bit harder a few months ago, 6 months ago or so. I've been doing You Seem Normal since 2019, so about 3 years. So I have a fair amount of stuff already written, as well as stuff researched for the blog and the Instagram and whatnot. And I've always wanted to write a book, so I am deciding to do that and self-publish. And I just think it'd be really cool to have all my work in one place, to have it be more comprehensive than, say, the blog is, for example, like to really go deep on these topics. And just, it's kind of like releasing singles versus releasing an album. Like, I'm ready to release my album. So let's see, what do I want to say about the book? What I want to say about the book is it's meant to start and continue conversations about different topics related to mental health and illness. It's not meant to give you a ton of advice, but it does share bits and pieces of my journey and what types of strategies have worked for me / what I've come up with. And it's also meant to be sort of like a community, the You Seem Normal community. So hopefully we can keep building the community up, and a book will help us do that. I'm gonna talk a bit about the book now, the contents of the book. So the first book has 3 sections. The first book, my first of many books, will have 3 sections. The first one is called Learning, and so learning has to do with treatment, so like meds, psychiatry, therapy, crisis. The second section is called Healing, which has to do with divergences from being like a normal person, so depression, anxiety, perfectionism, and anger. And then the third section is called Existing, and so that's like being in relationship with yourself, with others, with creativity, and with work. And then there's an intro and conclusion, making it 5 sections. I have a pretty well-developed outline, and I also have a 15,000 word rough draft so far, so it's about a third of the way through what the book will probably end up being. And so I feel like it's the perfect time, like it's not too early, not too late, to actually solicit this community feedback for contents of the book, and just really understand what kind of topics you're most interested in, and that I should really prioritize doing. I'm going to do a good job on all of it, because that's what I want to do. But just what sections to make a little bit beefier, because people are really interested in that, or which things to maybe pull back on a little bit and save for further down the line when maybe I've primed people better on my YouTube and Instagram and blog. So that's the book. That's how it's going. I'm really trying to get through it, at least the first draft, by the end of this year, which I think will be a wonderful goal. And I'm just kind of chunking it out by section. So I want to get a little bit into the survey. So I've talked a little bit about why I'm doing a survey. It's to kind of finalize that outline and better understand what topics you would prioritize. And it's to better understand your consumption habits. So how do you usually watch, for example, You Seem Normal content? Do you watch it, or how do you consume? Do you watch it? Do you read it? Do you listen to it? Do you like to talk about things? So those are the ideas for that. I ask you how you engage with You Seem Normal, and how you most frequently engage. And then I get some thoughts on your content. So I allow you to rank out of a set of like 15, 20 or so topics. What top 5 are you most interested about? And I know that might be kind of hard, because it's likely that a lot of these topics are interesting to you, or you likely wouldn't subscribe to You Seem Normal. But it's really helps me to keep a limit on the number of these. So yeah, thanks for understanding. Ooh. And the third section is open-ended, and I should mention that every single one of these questions is optional. So you don't want to do it, then simply don't. Questions you have related to mental illness that maybe you don't want to ask for whatever reason. And then words of encouragement for me if you want, because I feel like I would benefit from having some affirmations just stored in one document throughout the writing process. So thanks if you decide to do that. And then section 4 is called Sign Me Up. A couple different opportunities available to you, but you also do not have to put in your email at all if you don't want to. You can continue to keep up with me in the same way that you keep up with me as normal. So if you're interested in joining my mailing list, you can do that, and specifically one for book updates. If you're interested in learning about playing a larger role in the UC Normal book, then you can also leave your name and email address. So that's the book as it is so far. That's the survey as it is right now. It'll be open for a few days. So I encourage you to get in there and take the survey because I won't have it open forever. I appreciate it so much. It means a lot to me to get your feedback. I'm really excited to look at it and see what this means for my outline and my book. I look forward to doing things like this, like sort of two-way, multi-way engagement in the future throughout the rest of the book process as well, because this community is important to me. And I will see you in my next video. And if you're excited for a UC Normal book, then like this video so I know. Okay, bye. Don't be normal. Is that good? Is that a good ending? Don't be normal.